Peace, family. How long has Donald Trump been complaining about this Affordable Care Act that Obamacare implemented? It's been almost 10 years. And he's been complaining about it ever since, swearing up and down that the Republicans are going to come up with some type of response to it that's going to be better than Obamacare. And it's always been 2 weeks, 2 months, some time. And here we are now on the verge of this tax subsidies expiring. Over 40 million people on the verge of not being able to afford their health care. And on top of that, you got millions more about to lose their SNAP benefits. They won't even be able to feed their families. And what has Donald Trump done? Has they come up with an alternative plan? Even during the debate with Kamala Harris, when the commentator asked, "Do you have an actual plan for health care?" he admitted then that they're still working on concepts of a plan. And the sad thing about this is Kamala Harris and Barack Obama both predicted that this was going to happen. And I'm listening to Barack Obama today speak on behalf of two other political candidates that they're trying to get in the governorship. I think one in Virginia and the other one is in New Jersey. And Barack Obama said, we told you this was going to happen. He's like, we didn't think it was going to be this bad, but we told you. And not only did they tell you, he said that Donald Trump told you too. And you people still voted for this guy. And the worst part about it is the fact that there's a reserve fund that's available that they can use to supplement the money in the SNAP program. So that even though the tax subsidies are going to go up and these people aren't going to be able to afford their health care, they can at least use this money to allow the people to feed themselves. And a judge has just ordered Donald Trump to do just that. But yet you have political pundits, talking heads, saying that they don't even know if Donald Trump is going to obey the judge's orders. And see, my thought process is this. Why does Donald Trump have to be told by an external force to release these funds so that people can feed themselves? Shouldn't there be some sense of morality in this man? He's president of the United States. Shouldn't there be some kind of duty, responsibility that he has, since he has been unable to get these two political parties together to keep this government functioning? I think it's 31 days this government has been shut down. You would think that he would at least, knowing this money is there, do it on his own morality, his own reasoning. And see, I look at it, I'm like this. I don't care who you vote for, who you support, left, right, whatever. Just be able to articulate your reasons why. Because when I vote for a political candidate, I look for certain characteristics. And I say these are all described with C words: compassion, competence, consistency, commonality, courage. Donald Trump lacks every last one of these things. For you have the ability to release these funds to at least calm the fears of these people that they'll be able to continue to feed their families. And you have to have a judge order you to do it. And this question that you might not do it. How do you vote for this? How do you vote for Donald Trump in the first place? And when I talk to people and they speak on they support Donald Trump, I just asked him to explain the now. If you can support Donald Trump right now in this day and age, explain to me how you got from wherever you felt about Donald Trump, let's say 5, 10, 15 years ago, up until now. What has this man done outside of the political office that led you to believe that this man could be compassionate enough to at least feed the poor? Because, see, to me, it makes no freaking sense when you have politicians that can't agree with each other to the point that the government has been shut down for over a month. Our tax dollars are paying for these fools. They're getting paid, but the air traffic controllers and everybody else who get paid through the federal government is not. If you got reserve funds that you're taking extra taxes from the people to have this reserve fund. If you're not using it to pay for the elderly, to pay for the poor, to pay to feed what are you reserving the money for? Why does it take a judge to order anybody to release these funds? When you see the vulnerable, the poor, the weakest among us losing this vital source, why are you putting it in the same hands of the same people that can't even function to keep the government running? And Barack Obama sitting up here telling people that when he was doing his speech, and it made me reminiscent of when he was in office, how elegant he talked. But he's still saying, don't boo, vote. We have got to get beyond voting for what we want. And it's not about voting for what you want, but you have to build for what you want. When this president got in office, he attacked black people at the very essence of what defines us as a people. Our education, our ability to gain employment. He's snatching black and brown people off the streets. It's not about just voting to change things. This man has snatched the whole East Wing off the White House. The few people that you vote in office, you think it's going to stop this man from doing what he's doing? This is absolutely ridiculous. We have to build our own independent businesses, industries, and institutions to safeguard and protect our way of life. And this infrastructure needs to be around our essential needs, our ability to feed ourselves, to provide health, our economics, manufacturing our own goods and services, and governing our own affairs. This is non-negotiable. Going from this point forward, black people, we should be known as a people that do not rely on nobody to provide us any essential, period. Barack Obama also said that he and Kamala Harris warned us that this was going to happen. And they didn't know that it was going to get this bad, this fast. And Donald Trump himself told you this was going to happen. But we didn't take it serious. And this is 10 months into this man's administration. Now just imagine what another 3 years and 2 months is going to look like if we continued just voting for change instead of building for change. Like I say, this man has just snatched the East Wing off the White House. He's more concerned about ballrooms and bathrooms than he is the poor and the elderly. his constituents, the people who voted him in office, is not even a concern to him. And like I say, going forward in the future, the status quo cannot be our only alternative to feed and provide for our families. It's as simple as that. But I'm going to end this video here. And as always, leave your thoughts in the comments. And I'll see you in my next video. Ashe.